Everybody thinks New York's offense is Jalen Brunson. Stop Brunson, stop the Knicks. So San Antonio loaded up on him, trapped him, forced him into a brutal shooting night, and New York scored 105 and won anyway. So what's actually going on? The real reason this offense never breaks isn't the star. It's that there's no single player you can take away. Let me show you. Here's the premise. A great defense in a playoff series does one thing above all else. It finds your best option and takes it away. The question every offense has to answer is, what happens then? For most teams, the answer is they fall apart. For New York, the answer is somebody else just beats you. That's the whole video. This is Game is Culture. Real quick before we dig in, if you like breakdowns that actually show the math instead of just yelling takes at you, go hit subscribe. It's free and it genuinely helps, so click it. Start with the headline number, the five-headed monster. In Game 2, New York put 5 different players in double figures. Karl-Anthony Towns with 21, Brunson and Mikal Bridges with 20 apiece, OG Anunoby with 17, Landry Shamet with 13 off the bench. 5 guys all in double digits in a 1-point finals game. How exactly do you game plan to stop 5 people? That's the answer to the question. You can take away any one of them and the other 4 will hurt you. There's no single wire to cut. A defense can scheme a player out of a game. It cannot scheme 5 players out of a game. New York has built an offense with no off switch. And to be fair, San Antonio can get multiple scorers in double figures too. Lots of teams can on a given night. The difference isn't the count of scorers. It's whether the offense keeps generating good ones when the defense locks in on your first option. That's a question of creation and ball movement, not just talent. And that's where New York separates. And the engine behind that balance is the passing. Look at the assists. In Game 2, New York dished 29 to San Antonio's 22. In Game 1, 20 to 16. The Knicks outpass their opponent every single night. That's not an accident. It's a team that hunts the open man instead of settling for the first option. And it's why the scoring gets spread across 5 guys instead of bottlenecked in 1. 29 assists in a finals game is elite ball movement. It means the ball is finding the best available shot, possession after possession, rather than one guy pounding it into a contested jumper. When the ball moves like that, everyone eats, and a defense never gets to settle in on a single target. Quick interruption, because the proof of all this is the best part. Hit subscribe if you're enjoying this. I'm not gonna beg, but I am gonna ask, so hit it and I'll wait. Here's the ultimate stress test. They proved it in Game 2. Jalen Brunson, their leading scorer, their engine, shot 7 of 25 in Game 2. A miserable, ice-cold night from the man the whole offense supposedly runs through. And New York scored 105 and won. Read that again. Their best player had one of his worst shooting nights of the season, and it didn't matter. That is the definition of an offense that can't be broken. Because when Brunson went cold, the offense didn't panic and keep forcing it to him. Towns stayed efficient. Bridges kept finishing. Shamet drained threes off the bench. The system simply rerouted the scoring to whoever had it going. A star-dependent team loses that game by 15. New York won it. And it's not empty hot potato passing for the sake of an assist total. The ball is finding efficient finishers. Karl-Anthony Towns and Mikal Bridges are shooting elite percentages, so every time the system swings them an open look, it's a high value shot. That's the combination that breaks defenses. Ball movement plus efficiency. Move it and move it to the guys who don't miss. Now think about what that does over a 7-game series. A defense can study film and take away one action, one player, one set. New York just runs the next read and lets someone else punish it. The offense is adjustment proof because there's no single thing to adjust to. You plug one hole and 2 more open up.
Now contrast that with San Antonio. When Wembanyama or De'Aaron Fox has a rough stretch, who picks it up? The Spurs have 1, maybe 2 reliable creators, and a lot of role players who need to be set up. They have an off switch. New York doesn't. That's the structural difference hiding underneath a 2-0 series lead. So why does this matter more as the series goes on? Because defenses adjust. Over 7 games, a good defensive team will eventually take away your first option. It's inevitable. The teams that win titles are the ones who have a second, third, fourth, and fifth answer ready. New York has all of them. So as San Antonio finally figures out how to slow one Mick, 2 more step into the gap. The offense bends. It doesn't break. Now the honest counter, because balance has a downside. The flip side of having 5 good options is not having one great one. New York doesn't have the guy who can simply rise up and get a bucket on a broken possession when nothing works, the way a 30-point superstar can. If all 5 cool off at the same time, there's no bailout. But balance beats reliance far more often than not, especially against an elite defense that can wall off a single star. So here's the whole thing in one number: 5. 5 Knicks in double figures in a 1-point finals game, fed by 29 assists on a night their star shot under 30%. You don't beat that by stopping one player, because there isn't one player to stop. That, not Brunson, is the real reason New York's offense never breaks. So I'll leave it with you. Is a balanced 5-headed offense actually harder to beat than one built around a single superstar? Or do you still want the guy who can drop 40 when it all goes wrong? I think New York is proving balance wins. Tell me where you land down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to subscribe. We're in a race to 1,000 subscribers, so please join the family.